Conscious Intercourse.
Yes, yes, yes.
We're back again,
We are back. What's up, y'all?
you know. Another
Happy,
beautiful day,
happy hump day.
right?
Happy post Valentine's Day.
Wow, Cupid is in the house,
Yes, for all those who
right?
celebrated,
Right.
hopefully y'all had a memorable day and
Yeah, Cupid is at work right now,
Cupid always at work, right?
Cuffing season,
Yeah.
is in full effect. And this is, February is that month, right? It's Lovers Month,
Lovers Month
you know.
and Black History
You know,
Month. Oh, ain't that something?
Black History Month,
All in one,
right?
right?
The shortest
The
month of the
shortest
year,
month of the year is Lovers Month and Black
right?
History Month.
Right?
What's that
Love,
about?
love is prevalent, right? Because we're
Always.
lovers, black people. That's what we do. We
We
make
love
love.
love.
We love love. We make babies. That's why we have so many children. That's why so many of us. We're always,
Procreating.
procreating. It's in our music, right?
We
And,
love love.
and it's in our culture. It's just what we do. We love each other too much at times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, too much, huh?
Right?
Can you love somebody too much?
No, I mean you could love somebody's too much. Because they be trying to, restrict it to only loving one person, but we want to love a multitude of people all the time,
Okay.
right?
All right.
Yes, because we have so much love to give. Yeah, why
Yeah.
keep it only to one person? Why not spread the love?
Hey,
Right?
to each his own, whatever floats your boat.
No,
You know, a lot
that's
of people-
everybody.
a
I
lot
think
of people-
everybody's like that. I just think people are just conditioned
Mm.
otherwise, to believe that they actually was something that they're not. You know,
Mm.
on this program, a lot of time what we talk about is being conscious of our behaviors, of our action, right? That's
Yeah.
what conscious intercourse is all about, right?
Yes.
It's like conscious intercourse is the liberation of humanity from the conditioning.
Yes.
Because a lot of what we are and what we do is based on a preconceived notion that someone set forth
A lot.
for
Absolutely.
us to.
But I also believe that each individual is their own.
Yes.
Everybody don't think the same way. And when it
Agreed.
comes to love in
Yeah.
general,
Yes.
I believe we have the capacity to love many people. Yes,
Correct. Yes.
but when it comes to like a romance or let's just say more so romance.
Okay.
I think that's individually. Like some people think that maybe one person is good, monogamy is
Yes.
good, while the next person may be like open and polygamy or polyamorous relationships,
Yeah.
whatever. Like
Yeah.
whatever floats your boat.
Allegedly, right? Because even like you said, romance. What is
Yeah.
that? Can you define romance for me?
Well, romance to me is more so thinking on the whole thing of lovers and like feelings and a partnership, a romantic relationship,
Okay.
involving intimacy.
Okay.
To me that's romance. Like,
Can you
being
Google that? What does romance mean? We need a
you want
definition
you
of
want
romance.
the
Yeah.
okay.
What is
What is
romance?
what is your definition,
Where does it come from?
Armand? What is your
I
definition
really don't know.
of romance?
I don't know what romance is. It's like this word has been
Well,
tossed around my entire.
we know the Roman,
I don't know. The word's
origin.
been tossed around. Like to me, French is my, first language, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a romantic language, right? They call France is a romantic. French is considered a romantic language,
Right.
So what does that mean? Romantic, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yes,
A feeling of excitement and mystery associated with love.
a feeling of excitement
A
and mystery
feeling, and
associated
this
with
is
love.
a feeling of excitement and mystery associated with love.
So it's simply
A
so romance.
quality
Yes.
or feeling of mystery, excitement, and remoteness from everyday life.
Okay, repeat that last one.
A quality or feeling of mystery, excitement, or a remoteness from everyday life.
What does that actually mean?
I think it's more like bliss.
So
I
romance
think it's
is
more of like
but so it's like it's a feeling.
it's
So
a
we're
feeling.
talking about romance. It's just a
it's
feeling.
a gratifying
it's a,
feeling. It's a temporary feeling too. Just like
so
being
temporary.
happy.
So romance is temporary then.
I don't have to be,
No,
but
no,
I
but you
think
just
it
okay. Hold on,
is.
hold on. You just said it was a temporary
Yeah,
feeling.
just like being
So
happy could be temporary, but you could be happy forever.
can you?
It's up to
Right.
you what you choose to do.
So romance then to me is a feeling. That's what we just defined
Romance
it,
is
right?
is defined as a feeling in the Oxford Dictionary.
Oxford, huh? You didn't go to Britannica,
I'm just saying, Oxford definition is
right?
that.
So,
Yes.
so okay, so it's like I was going back to what I was saying. Like this word romance, I've heard it my whole entire life, right? And I remember, like I said, French was my first language. So when I came to America, it was like, oh, we love French. It's so romantic. I'm like, what does that actually mean? So it's a
Well, I know
feeling,
that
right?
it's sexy to hear.
Right? Vous parlez français, right?
You know
Bonjour,
what I'm
oui,
saying?
oui.
Yes,
The
all
bonbon,
that.
right? You know
That's all I.
what I'm saying?
Oh my god,
Like,
is that a thing? What is that?
it's like the French talk, the
Really?
Parisians.
Oh,
You know, come here, baby, let me kiss on your lips. The French accent, But, all I'm simply saying is that, right?
hold up. Isn't that okay? The romance really mean a romance in a relationship between two people who are in love with each other, but who are not married to each other.
Ooh, this gets exciting. So romance.
After a whirlwind romance, the couple announced their
So
engagement.
they're giving
Okay.
examples of what romance.
I don't know. Why can't you have a okay? Anyway,
Okay,
that don't make. But
you're reading.
I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna
reading,
stop
right?
there. But I think it's.
Yeah,
I think you define your what romance
it's
is
a
to
feeling,
you.
right? Supposedly it's a feeling.
It's a
Of
blissful feeling.
of blissful. It could
Yeah.
be. Is infatuation romance in a sense?
Not
Because
necessarily.
it's a feeling, right? That
You
is
can,
fleeting. That's
but it
temporary,
also
right?
says love. Love and infatuation is different.
So, romance is defined as love.
No,
That's not what we read
it's
earlier.
associated.
It's exact, but it's not.
love.
Infatuation is associated with. So romance could be associated with infatuation as well, because you could be infatuated with someone and be
Yeah,
romantic towards them,
this is true.
right? So romantic is more of a behavior, or something, right? It's a
Yeah.
feeling, it's a behavior. It's something that you.
It's you
define as
caring
something,
about
right?
pleasing someone or making someone else feel good. I think or making each other feel good. Caring.
But is it? But at the same time, is it to make each other feel good? So okay, for example, as a man, right? I could be romantic towards a woman if I'm trying to get something out of her,
This is true.
right? So then once I get that something, I may not want to be romantic anymore.
This is very
Where this
true.
happens all the time, right? So there was like, was it really to please you, or was it really for me to get something from you?
It can be either or all
Right.
the above.
So it's like this word is like, as I'm going back to when I was talking about romantic languages, the further I evolved in life, I then began to associate and learn rather that the reason it's called romantic languages has nothing to do with what's the association with love.
Okay.
Like for example, Spanish is considered a romantic language, right? Italian is considered romantic languages, but it has nothing to do with the romance as we defined it
No,
just
it
now.
just sounds sexy.
It's right.
Like,
No, but
it's exotic, especially if you're not
Well,
Spanish and you're
well,
not.
the root word, one of the root word in romance is Rome, right? So it was simply, these are languages that originated from the Latin language of Rome. So it simply just associated these things with Rome, right?
But
And
a lot of the
way-
things
and the
that we've
cultures of
adapted
Rome.
has come from that.
No, we've adapted. Have we adapted them, or have we been forced upon these things,
Like
or
you said,
conditioned?
conditioning.
right?
Yeah.
So,
But at the end of the day,
yeah,
these things are still feelings. Forget the word or whatever you
No,
want to call
they're
it.
feelings that have been so conditioning, right? The conditions.
Are they feelings that don't matter?
So,
Are
no,
they?
no. All I'm simply saying is conditioning is attached to feelings. That's part of the conditioning. For
Okay.
example, if you're conditioned to go get a job, and if you don't have this job, you lose your ability to pay your bills and provide for yourself.
Right.
There's feelings associated with that conditioning, right?
Okay. Yeah.
There's feelings of fear.
Okay.
There's fears of, feelings of, like I said, feelings of like lack, not having certain things, not being able to provide for yourself, right? There's feelings associated with conditions that we're put up under.
Absolutely, I agree.
So then it's like, growing up, we're given these examples of what romance is, right? It's you know watching Bugs Bunny and what was the ladybug? The lady
Babs
bunny.
Bunny
Yeah, you watch Bugs and
and Bugs and
Babs.
Bab.
Actually, did I ever? I never saw them together, except for from time to
You had to
time.
watch
Right.
Tiny Toons.
So yeah, exactly right. Right. So the thing about it is, we got these things were portrayed to us, right,
Right.
by TV cartoons of what romance is. Is the lady wants flowers, right? That's what that was romantic gesture by man, right?
Right.
You buy her flowers, you buy her chocolate, right? Those are the two biggest things,
Right.
flowers and chocolate.
Right.
I remember when I came to America, there was this day that was called Valentine's Day, right? It was like you had to bring flowers or chocolate for a girl that you liked, or you give her a little card. So it was all about romantically enticing the girl that you like. It was a
Right.
holiday really, really for women, right? It was never because I never associated Valentine's Day with men
Right.
receiving
It's more
anything,
so
right? But it's
conform
like
to the woman. But they
right?
have I don't know if I think it's just a Chicago thing, but it's called Swedish Day. Sweetest
Here we-
Day.
Now we get into
And that's for the man.
Sweetest day.
Yeah.
Oh, the Swedish.
Sweetest.
Or sweetest, like
Sweetest
like
day.
sweet, like in sugar.
Like sweetest day, yes.
Is it the same day as Valentine's
No,
Day?
it's in October.
It's the opposite of Valentine's.
It's for the man.
Wow, I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, I
one.
think it might be either Midwest or Chicago thing, but I
Okay.
didn't learn about it till I moved to Chicago, and I was like, okay,
Yeah. No,
But-
so interestingly enough, right? That's what it was. It was this day, Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And you did these things for the girl you supposedly liked.
right,
But then it's like, I was going back to what we are talking about, the origins of romance or romantic came from Rome and the cultures thereof, right?
Okay.
Romans created, this society, this world, right? That they went and then conquered the rest of the world, right? They were on this, this quest to conquer the world and force their ways upon the people. That's what Rome was for, right?
Right.
You think about the Roman gladiators. They will come to you, conquer you, and force you to do everything that they do. Mm-hmm. Everything.
yeah,
So then it's like, then we associate this thing with love that is called romance. Why couldn't they call it something else?
like what?
Let's think of
Lovers
a word.
Day.
Love ants.
What?
Love ants.
Love ants.
Love ants. What can it be? Love ant. Why did it have to be Rome tied to it? Right.
Right, because
Right.
right.
Because we talk about Rome, we see examples of Rome in everything in our modern day society, right? Someone hit me to this years ago. It was like, when you go to church, you sit in the same pews that you sit in the courtroom in. Like, you ever pay attention to that? Mm-hmm. That was Rome, right? Whatever happened to we talk about the separation of church and state, but the structure is still the same,
Yeah.
right? You look at. All right, we just watched.
We can
just
go-
watched the Super Bowl, right?
We can literally take like that has something to do with everything. This is America. Everything about America comes from somewhere else.
Mostly
Like,
somewhere else, but mostly there's two
Main.
main sources of what we see here, and Rome is the greatest influence of America. It's almost like we're still in Rome. Rome still exists. When in Rome, do as Romans
I was just about
do,
to say.
right? Literally, we are here. We're Romans right now.
Yeah.
Because we define how we feel towards each other using a Rome word,
Yeah.
right? A Rome culture,
But
a
my
Roman
thing
culture.
is, I've never
right?
really been big on none of the holidays. But it's like
The holidays.
none of them. But I would love Valentine. If I was in a relationship, I would love Valentine's Day every day.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It don't. You mean,
Happy Valentine's. Happy Valentine's
give me flowers
Day,
whenever,
right?
whenever you feel like
Romance
it.
is
Not just
every
I love
day,
flowers.
right? Not just a one day
Not
thing.
just a one day thing. You know.
Right? So,
Exactly.
right. So going back to that, so we are conditioned to look at love
Yeah.
from this romantic lens.
But it's also a
from,
capitalistic,
there's that
thing
agenda as well,
It's,
right?
It's a way to make money and to profit. Like
Correct.
we know that.
Correct.
So,
But it's Roman culture, right? So
Yeah.
I am a person of African descent,
right.
right? I come from Africa,
Right.
right? Most people in this country that look like me have an African origin, right? So why are we practicing Roman culture to denote how we care and feel about each other? How did our ancestors in Africa, how did they express, that love, that thing, that feeling
How did they
towards?
express it?
I'm asking.
No, you
That's a
from
question I'm
Africa, so
asking.
tell me.
No,
What did y'all?
we're more conditioned than the people here. Rome
Oh,
is more
wow.
prevalent in
In
Africa
Africa,
than
because that's
here.
the
Because they
name.
conquered the world.
Yeah, Africa.
Africa, exactly.
Exactly, the
Romanus,
name.
was it something Africanus or
Uh-huh.
something like that? So it was a Roman conqueror.
Roman conqueror.
Okay, here we
That's
go
what-
again,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, let's go there.
The entire name of the
And
continent,
you talking about
right?
America? It
Right?
goes far. It's
The
it's
entire
everywhere.
name of the continent was after a Roman conqueror,
Roman conqueror.
something Africanus, right? So literally, that's what I'm saying. Like the modern day Africa that I grew up in was Rome. I went to a Roman Catholic church every once in a while, and there I would practice in the Romans' formalities of worshiping,
Okay.
where we would, like I talked about it in previous, programs, where we would literally eat somebody's body and drink their blood, right?
The cracker and the
Right? No, but
wine.
literally, we were literally practicing cannibalism, right?
Wow.
We were orchestrating cannibalism, right? This is Roman culture. So it's like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like everything that we're doing is based on Roman culture. We've been conditioned to live according to Roman culture.
So that's
and then
not,
we,
it's not an
yes.
easy thing to just, shy from when that is America. That is the world.
Yes.
Like you have to
Exactly.
reprogram, recondition.
We get that, right? I get what you're saying, but we ultimately have attached then feelings to these ways of being, right? So then we have this Valentine's Day. So talking to my daughter the other day, she was just like, "Oh, Valentine's Day, right?" She's doing things for Valentine's Day, and I'm just like, "What if a man doesn't buy a woman, anything for Valentine's Day?" You know what she said to me?
What?
Guess.
Cancel him.
Exactly. She said she would leave. She's like, I'm leaving.
Okay.
I'm like,
this is the thing.
I'm leaving. I'm like, so literally, you would leave a man because he doesn't buy you something on Valentine's Day? This man could be, he's taking care of you all year round. He's, loving you, providing, protecting you, doing all these things. But he doesn't get you something on Valentine's Day, and you would leave him. This how deep this is.
Okay.
This romantic feeling on this specific day is so deeply ingrained into our subconscious, into a subculture, that women literally would leave a good man because he did not abide to Roman culture.
I think it's bigger than that.
Please share.
I think it's bigger than that.
Yes.
If you know, forget the whole Valentine's Day, the reason behind it, the
Yes.
origin, whatever. If you know this is something that's important to her,
Important,
hold up, let me
okay.
finish.
Yes.
If you know this is something she likes and it makes her feel good, do it for that reason only.
Okay.
Forget everything else. If it's one day, what is it going to hurt to just do it?
to be a Roman,
To
Roman.
to just get her some
be a
flowers.
Roman for one day.
To get her some flowers
To
and
be a
to think
Roman for
about
one
her
day.
feelings.
But what if I did it
on this
yesterday?
day?
What if I do it the day before or a month ago? That doesn't count for this
Of course
specific
it-
day.
of course
But
it counts.
why is Valentine's Day so
I
powerful?
can't speak for everyone
That's what I'm
else.
saying. But why is this day so? What's so important
Because
about
it's
the
the meaning
14th
that
day?
society has put on
But,
it.
there we go again.
Yeah.
Society.
Oh, I'm
right?
aware of
These
that.
people that control our behavior.
Just like every
Right.
other holiday. Christmas,
Exactly.
even Christmas.
Exactly.
You
Was
know?
for example, exactly like these things, like we've been forced, conditioned to adhere to these things
Yeah.
that force us to go spend money
Yeah.
to make other people rich.
Mm-hmm.
So why partake? So we
Or not. Maybe you don't go spend money. Maybe you customize it to do something else that doesn't
Customize
involve
it.
spending money.
You go grow
maybe
your-
it
you
could
go
just
grow
be,
your own flour,
Maybe it could just
make
be
your own
spending
chocolate.
time. Maybe it could just be
could
home
be.
preparing a meal.
Yes,
right?
it could be. It could be taking a walk in
Make
the
it
park,
your
right? No,
own.
but how many women in America would be good? Like, babe, what'd you get me today? A walk in the park. Let's go walk in the park. That doesn't
I would be
fly.
happy with that.
Stop it.
I would be happy,
Stop
except
it.
if that was if it was thought put into it. Like, this is
No.
what I want to do for us. I want to
Let's go
walk in the
walk in
park.
the
I
park.
want to be. I want to go talk. I want to, whatever. Like, okay.
But why is on this day though? Why? So what exactly? So I'm
It's-
saying that this the objective
are-
is that we are so
We're conditioned.
as conscious intercourse is the objective is to liberate ourselves from the
Absolutely,
condition.
absolutely.
So we got to be conscious and aware of what's going on.
At all times,
We are being
absolutely.
forced
but also,
to demonstrate.
but also be
yes.
conscious and aware of where we are, right? So you have to acknowledge where you are before you elevate, before you come to higher consciousness. It's like everybody knows this. Everybody know about
Do they?
Valentine's Day. They know. I mean,
No, do they? Do they
they
really?
do, but it's like they don't care. It's like, so what? I like it. Period. Like,
So-
whatever. Just do it.
Let's continually get abused.
I'm not saying
Let's continuously get abused.
Listen.
And right, let's continuously practice these Roman.
I'm not
antics,
saying that that's the
right?
solution.
Because we like it. We have no other options.
That you do have an option. You
No,
always
no,
have an
no,
option.
no,
You
no,
do
no,
what
no.
makes you happy. And if you
So
know,
why
but how
does that
about
have to?
this?
What does Valentine's Day have to make
Everybody
you happy?
know when Valentine's Day is.
So exactly.
If you know you don't care for it,
Yes.
and you know your partner does, don't wait to Valentine's Day and you like do nothing to want to talk about it.
So
now.
the thing about
Bring
it,
it
so
up
people,
before, like,
so people
listen,
should
I
be in
know this
accord.
holiday's
So
coming up.
So is that a compatibility thing? It's almost like, oh,
Maybe.
do you both celebrate Valentine's? So when you meet someone, you want to date someone.
I don't
or
think
you,
it's a
or you
deal
want to get married to
breaker.
someone. You want to make
It
sure. Hey,
can't be a deal
do we
breaker.
celebrate Valentine's Day? Do we agree on that? Because
Listen.
somebody's going to leave. Apparently, someone just
Being
told me
evenly yoked
that they would.
is
no,
important.
Someone just said that they would leave if they didn't get nothing on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
People literally think that. Women out here really think
I know.
that
I know.
way.
I know.
So it is a deal breaker.
to some people,
Exactly. No. To a majority of the people, it is a deal breaker. The majority of the women in America in 2023, it's a deal breaker.
This may be
That's
so.
how deep the conditioning is in this moment in time. This is just one example of it, but the condition is prevalent in so many other facets of our lives.
Just
But
like
this
just
is
like
just a
the
good
Super
example.
Bowl.
I was going
And
to talk
men
about the
watching
Super Bowl.
their games.
I was going to talk about the
And
Super
then-
Bowl.
and-
Exactly.
indulging in their sports life
Exactly.
or whatever it
That's what-
is.
this- it's
Do we
wrong.
buy? We don't bother that.
No, no,
That's
this,
you.
this
Do
is
that.
this is Rome again. But a man never says he would leave a woman she doesn't watch Super Bowl with him. No, man will never say. He'd be like, no, go over there, go away from me. I'm gonna watch this game with my
Right,
boys.
but-
he don't
but-
even want to. So I'm saying,
But what
though,
do
right?
we do? We let you have that.
No, but exactly. The thing about it is, it's not forcing you to do anything as a woman. I want to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Whether you
it
watch
does
it or
because it
not,
forces us to go find something else to
No,
do.
it doesn't. You can
Why
sit
not?
there right there and watch Super Bowl with him. He doesn't force you to do
or
it.
do that. You could do that, but the
Or
thing,
you could do whatever.
My point is,
but
it's
Valentine's Day
called
is forcing. No.
compromise.
The Valentine.
It
No,
could
no,
be
no, no.
it
It's
could
not,
be a
it's not
holiday, it could be sports
compromise.
Valentine's Day, or it could
Come
be
on.
something else that's just personal to you. It could be whatever it is. Just use it as an
No.
example.
I get if it's personal to you and it's not dictated by the norm. That's what I'm saying. As conscious being, if we're gonna talk about evolving as conscious, if we don't want to be conscious, I get it, right? If we don't want, for example, I became conscious one day when I realized that all these years that I spent, wrapping Christmas gifts, spending my entire paycheck, right, on Black Friday to buy my children presents, right, and be broke for the next couple months, right, and then to stay up all night to wrap these gifts to the point where I'm barely able to stay up to watch them play with these toys that they got and give credit to Santa Claus,
Right.
a white man. So here I am, a black man, working my butt off, essentially in a plantation to make ends meet. I
Right.
take all my money, spend it to the system,
and don't even get credit for it.
I don't even get credit for it. And my children like Dad.
But how did you
I'm
justify it?
gonna be nice to the Santa Claus because he buys me gifts. I ain't gotta listen to you. So, but I'm
It's
giving
not
this
right.
image of this white man. So my children are now honor a white man over me, right? Same way now a woman honors Cupid over. It's all about Cupid now. It's the same thing. You think about it. We're
I agree.
conditioned, and to me, it's like as conscious. Are we? So we could choose to not be. That's the thing. We have a choice. People can choose to not be conscious, and just live like we talk about the Matrix. That one dude said, even though he does it from the Matrix, one of my favorite movies, right? The dude was like, "Yo, I know the stake is not real, but I'm gonna go back to the Matrix because I really live that fluff, easy life where I'm told what to do, how to be, right? People choose to do that,
Right.
right? But conscious intercourse and who we are, people that are evolving and becoming into their true essence, are like transitioning away from that,
Right.
right?
Right.
Because we gotta now be conscious of our behaviors and for our actions.
But you're still free to make whatever choice you make.
You do, right?
Okay, be conscious of it, but you're still free to choose to do what you choose.
I totally agree.
You
That's what I'm
know?
saying. The dude was free to go back into the Matrix,
Okay.
right?
And that's what he chose to do, and he did
You
that,
know?
and if it was gratifying, it
Yeah.
satisfied him, right?
Then stop talking about you woke. Like my boy Jadena said, fake woke ninjas napping, tuck him in like a napkin, right? Right? He dropped them bars. So
But
don't
this
be
is
talking
my-
about
this
woke.
is
You're talking
my
about
whole
woke,
thing.
woke.
In a
Well, you gotta live
relationship,
it.
in any
Yes.
kind of relationship, there's always compromise, whatever
No,
it is.
no, we talking about but compromise to slumber, compromise to
Whatever
get back
the
into the Matrix.
No, I'm not saying-
that's what I'm saying.
Whatever
what are we
the
compromising
compromise
to?
is, women compromise to please
No.
men.
But,
Men
but
compromise to
what, but
please
what are we
women.
exactly? Are we compromising though? As conscious
compromising
beings,
for
are we,
peace.
to be unconscious?
Is what we
We're
compromise.
gonna compromise to go
I
back
don't
in the
want to
Matrix.
hear you nagging about nothing, and I'm sure you don't want to hear me
So
nagging.
we're gonna compromise to go back in the Matrix.
Whatever you want to call it, okay? I'm compromising to keep the peace. I want you
going
to
back
be
in the
happy.
Matrix.
I want you to be happy, and if it's something that makes you happy, if it's not bothering my peace, then I don't mind doing it.
Hey, babe, I'm gonna smoke crack today. You want to compromise with me? You wanna
No,
smoke this crack?
I don't
Why
crack-
not?
crack-
I like crack. I like crack. I decided to
Well,
pick
then
up.
that's
I
where
was
the
hanging. I
line is
decided to go hang out with
drawn.
Bobby.
That's
and
what
I'm gonna. I'll come
Everything
home
is
with
not
crack,
crack.
now.
That's what a line
No, I'm
is
saying
drawn.
it
That's what
is.
I'm saying.
Wait a minute.
Let's just be real here.
I mean, it is.
Is it hurting me?
Yes, it is.
Is it hurting
yes,
you?
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes,
it's
Valentine's
not.
Day hurts me.
Okay, but then that's you.
Because it hurts my pockets.
Oh,
Because I
okay.
don't want to spend this money on
then
Valentine's
don't.
Day.
Then don't.
Right?
But make sure you talk to her beforehand.
No,
and
no,
let her know.
we're gonna say there's no Valentine. We don't believe in Valentine's Day because our love is all year round. It's every
And
day.
it should be.
I don't need Rome.
And let me say
I don't
this.
I don't need Rome to dictate.
Let me say
that
this.
on this specific
and I
day,
probably
I'm
can
gonna
speak
show
to
you my
majority,
love for
speak
you.
for a majority of women.
Yes.
If they feel like they get Valentine's every day, I promise you they're not about to trip about Valentine's Day.
Great. I hope.
I
That's what I'm
really
saying.
doubt
So
it.
the reason, this is a day to enforce, to force this man to show
No.
to show his love because he's not doing. That's another
It's
problem too.
just-
So then that's deeper. That's a deeper issue. Then
The-
why are
the-
you not
the
getting?
thing is
Why are you not getting
communicate.
love every single day?
And
though?
everything ain't gotta be rocket science.
Because it's a deeper issue than that lies there
It
in there.
is.
So it's
It
like
is.
you said. This is a great point you just made just now. You said if these women felt like they were getting Valentine's Day every single day, this day won't be that important.
I don't think so.
So why aren't they getting Valentine's Day every single day?
That's a question you have to ask the
That
women.
no. You're a representative of women here.
Yes.
I'm a representative of men.
Okay,
Right? Can we
Right.
agree on that?
I agree.
So why are women not getting Valentine's Day's treatment every single day? We have an audience cast member that wants to share some
No,
thoughts.
you know, Roger, what you got to say, Mr. Producer?
Mr.
Go ahead. What's up?
Right?
What's up?
He's on air. He can't say nothing because he got to go home somewhere, and somebody gonna be listening. Talking about
Mr. Producer, did you get your wife something for Valentine's Day?
No.
You didn't?
no
Y'all don't
Valentine's
celebrate
Day.
Valentine's Day?
Why not? What's the reasoning there? Oh, keep talking. See, she's watching right now. He can't talk. Now he gotta go hide.
I'ma leave that one alone.
That's what I'm saying. So
But my thing is it shouldn't be that trivial. It shouldn't.
we're
It
using
shouldn't be
big
that
words
trivial.
I thought that was like a game, Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah,
like,
and it shouldn't
define
be a game. It shouldn't be complicated like that. And there should always be communication.
It wasn't. I was scared to say anything. I just wanted to get on the mic
We
so
just
other
want
people
to
could
hear
hear.
that.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So people could hear. So no, we didn't do anything for Valentine's Day. Tasha and I, we've been together for 29 years total.
Wow.
We've been married for 26 years. So
Beautiful.
it's not. Yeah, it's not a big deal. We
Yeah.
in the beginning, yes, we did it in the beginning, but now we're past that.
Okay.
And then you asked a question about women. Why don't women get treated like Valentine's Day every day?
Indeed.
Because this is real life. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Every day is not a Valentine's Day. Because you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm with you. Yeah.
like, can we curse on this show?
Yeah.
I mean,
Why
I don't
not?
know.
We
Because
curse.
because shit happens in
Yeah.
life. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Every day isn't a Valentine's Day. Like
Correct.
maybe you had a rough day at work. Maybe she had a rough day at work, or the kids or bills or whatever situations are. Regardless of that, you ain't coming home every day talking about, oh, boo boo, I love
Right.
you, blah blah blah. So yeah, every day can't be Valentine's
Every
Day.
day can't be
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, but every day can be, your feelings being taken into consideration. That's what can happen every day. How
Regardless
are
how
you,
rough your
love?
day,
How's your day? Can I run
Yeah.
your bath water? Can I? Why not? Can I make you a meal? You may not have to do
Is-
that
is
every
din- is
day.
dinner ready?
It's dinner
Right?
right. I got dinner for you. But the little simple gestures like that.
Can you rub my feet?
Rub my feet. I've been on my feet all day. It's just simple
Girl, you
things
better
like
go run
that.
your own bath water, girl. What you talking about? This
Well,
ain't
that's what I'm saying.
1960s.
I think
No,
This is
I got you.
1960, right? This ain't
Yes.
baby face.
But
huh?
no, but things like that. No, I truly understand. Like
Yeah.
maybe vacuuming or dusting the house. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
doing
Just things
something.
like that to kind of take pressure off of the other person.
you go.
Those are those like
That's what I
Valentine
meant.
things that you do throughout the year
Right.
to make it special. You know what I mean?
Like getting up
Exactly.
and go like a man where, let's say that's a provider, getting up every morning and fighting traffic and dealing with the stuff at work, right? Dealing with all this stuff, right? Because he's providing for his woman that's at home with the children, right?
Hey, that's a good way to put it. But
Right.
in
what?
essence too,
But,
though.
but isn't that a
What's a
demonstration
good way
of
to-
love?
Absolutely.
caring?
Yeah, because I think that's what we're supposed to do. Like when I hear people say,
Period.
I
That's
take,
what you're supposed to do.
when we hear like people say, "Oh, I take care of my kids,"
You
that's what
supposed
you're
to
supposed
take
to
care
do.
of your
You know what I'm
kids.
saying? Like,
because you love. That's
yeah,
love, right?
but that's your
That's your
responsibility.
period.
That's your
responsibility.
That's
It's
your
going
No, it's not responsibility. It's love. Because we can't.
It's
responsibility
duty.
makes
It's
it sound
it's
like
called duty.
Even duty, it makes it sound like you're. It's something
Obligation?
You have to do. Obligation. No, you do it out of love,
Well, yeah.
right? Because you love for this person. You want their well-being. You want your child to be healthy, to be vibrant, to grow up, to be nurtured.
And it is
So you
also
love them.
still responsibility.
But
It
responsibility
is.
takes away from the love.
If
Because-
you choose to look at
because
it that
words
way.
no, it's not about looking at it. Define responsibility. You got the glossary or dictionary over there.
Listen, we know
What
we're
is-
responsible. The thing is,
But why does it gotta be a responsibility? Why can't it just be you doing this because you love, out of love for
But
someone?
is
And
it?
it is
I'm
that.
about to pull one of your
I'm not
cards.
taking
Like,
that.
what is love?
Exactly.
Love
Love is just a feeling.
but it's
It's a
more than
feeling.
that. It's also an action, and it is also
Ooh,
duty.
Okay.
Action
Okay.
speaks
Love
louder
is
than
duty.
the words.
Yes, love.
But
is,
it's okay. Actually, love speaks louder than the words.
yes, love is action. Love ain't
Okay.
just words or I love you. Oh, do you show me? Like, I gotta believe it. I can't just hear
So
no
exactly,
words.
so it's not responsibility. It's action. It's love in action. So let's say
And
love in
duty.
action. It's not, but duty is responsibility. It's the same thing. Duty sounds like a job.
It's all-
deputy duty.
it all-
Duty. That's what I'm saying. Duty is a task. It's a job.
It's
But
a
why we
responsibility.
no, but responsibility is the same thing as a job as well. Why are we making it a job?
Responsibility, the state or fact of having a duty
Exactly.
to deal with something or having control over someone.
Okay, I
Now,
said
so
that.
now we're getting excited.
A
said
true
that,
leader
right?
To have
takes.
control over someone. Think about this.
And here's how-
so
here's
it's
how
not
they-
love.
here's the way they
'Cause
use it
love
in a
is
sentence.
unconditional, right?
Here's how they use it in a sentence.
Wow, this is so deep and profound right
A
now.
true leader takes responsibility for their team and helps them achieve goals.
Yes.
That's what a leader does.
That's what a leader
Exactly.
does. And what is
Right.
it? What
Takes
is
responsibility.
and what is the man
Exactly.
of the household?
Is the man household the leader?
Absolutely.
The women, let's follow the men. in these,
What is
in this-
the
hold on,
man
hold on,
of
hold
the
on.
household?
No, hold. So now we're going to a different premise.
no, I'm
right?
not.
So how many women actually listen to their leader husbands and do what the husband leader says?
I mean, listen.
How many? So I'm saying how many? How is that
How
going
many
right now?
men actually lead and do what a husband is supposed to do?
What
we
is
can
a
go
husband?
there.
So we
I'm
gotta
just saying.
define these things, right? Because you
Listen,
gotta
but it's
go into a
also
contract. right?
conditioning. It's also
It's all
it's
conditioning.
also what society has made things like roles, like
Yeah.
what roles should be as a man, as a
Yeah.
woman. You know,
Because the whole notion when I grew up as a Christian, the notion around the man being a leader was why? Because the woman is weaker. She's weak. She's the weaker vessel. That's what Christianity teaches, right?
Well,
so Christianity teaches that there's a hierarchy.
absolutely not.
No,
because-
I'm just we're going to talk about conditioning.
Okay.
Go back to romance, Rome, Christianity, all this stuff.
But
The
see,
conditioning.
I grew up
conditioning
in the
about
nation
when
of
you,
Islam,
when you said the
and we
yeah.
believe no nation can rise higher than this woman. But it's a man's duty to protect
I
and
get that.
protect
No,
his home,
I
lead
get
his
that.
home, and
And-
be that masculine
but
figure.
exactly, and the woman's supposed to reverence him for that.
Absolutely.
Exactly. What does reverence mean? Like, look, he's like almost like a god to her, right? Which is the same thing Christianity is teaching. So it's there's similarities there because in Christianity it says Christ is to the man as the man is to the woman. That's what Christianity teaches. So in Christianity, Christ is God. No, hold on. Christ is God to the man, right?
And the
Then
man is God to the woman.
That's what Christianity. That's why the man is the head. So if I'm a God, you can't question what I'm doing, whether or not I'm meeting your standard. You can't have standards for me as your God. How can you?
And
As
you
a
see
woman.
why society is so messed up.
So I'm just trying
It
to.
goes back to our religion and
No,
how,
you just
you know.
no. I'm just going back to what you saying. The man is the head and the leader, and I'm trying to tell you how, from a Christianity perspective, which this is a Christian nation, that's how it's described.
Yeah.
So then we wonder why there's conflict,
Yeah.
because a woman wants to set standards for her man. Who's her God? Is the man setting standards for Christ, telling Christ he should be doing? No.
And that's the problem. You have a lot of these men that's not Christ-like.
No, it's
but
not about being.
they
No,
want to
no,
lead,
it's
and
not about. It's not about. No, no,
a woman
it's not.
to be
No, no, no.
submissive
Hold on,
to what?
hold on. It's not about being Christ-like. Christ is Christ. Like Christ can do whatever he wants to do because he's God to the man. The man does not setting no standards for Christ.
But you still have to be Christ. I mean,
No,
for
you
a
don't.
woman,
That's not.
Yeah, no, you still have to. Yes.
No. Why? It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. Oh, the man, must be this way
It
for him.
doesn't?
No, the hierarchy is that the man is to the woman as Christ is to the man. That's what it says.
Okay.
I'm not.
And there
I'm
might
not.
be
I'm
some
not. I'm not an expert here.
misinterpretations there. Yeah.
Maybe,
But the
it
thing
just,
is, that's where a lot of the disconnect comes from.
But it's all conditioning,
The
though.
conditioning with religion.
Yes.
Yeah,
So it's also all of this stuff is conditioned because we've been conditioned to behave, operate, create our lives.
you have to find what works for you.
No. First and foremost, no, it's not about what works for you. You have to tap into your true essence.
Yes.
Who were you prior to conditioning? Who were you before you were told, you were given force? Well, who were you before Rome told you how to be?
Right.
Before Rome forcibly, like Rome conquered, like they went to Africa and conquered. Colonization
Right.
came in. They came in and conquered, beat you to death, right? Essentially forced you, right? By conquered you.
comply.
Used force and to force you to comply. Perfect. Thank you. They used force to force you to comply.
Right.
That's what conditioning is.
Right.
So now you got to go back and
Reprogram.
uncondition yourself, right? Like, who were you when you came into this world? When you took that first breath, who were you going to be, right? Who is your unconditioned self?
Right.
Who is that? What would they believe? What type of life would they create? What type of relationships would they create? What would they really desire? Because now we're being driven by Rome. Subconsciously, these things have been embedded into our subconscious mind, and they're driving our lives every single day.
Every
That
day.
woman would say, I will leave a man because he didn't give me nothing from Valentine's Day. That's not her talking. It's Rome talking.
It's the conditioning talk.
It's Rome.
Yeah.
So it's like I think that's where we got to really become really aware of ourselves
Yeah.
and our true essence and who we are and how we're going to choose to matriculate and create the life that it's going to fulfill us.
Absolutely. And with higher consciousness, again, you still have the option to choose how you want to matriculate.
You may like
You know?
you may like the conditioning.
No, it's not even
I
about the
preferably
conditioning.
don't. Yeah.
I mean, I hear you, but I'm
Yeah.
saying with consciousness, once you become aware of how you've been programmed in conditioning, it's up to you to choose what you do.
Yeah, and you could choose to
moving forward.
so you could choose to to surrender to the conditioning
You
and let it
can.
continue to drive you. And people do that consciously.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
This is
You
true.
know?
This is true. So, but that's why we talk. That's why we have these conversations and this, dialogue and intercourse, because you have people that come from different walks of life, different perceptions and understandings, and you have to be open to hearing all perspectives.
Yes. You
You know
know,
what I mean?
and it's so deep because I remember years ago I was part of an organization or a culture,
Hmm.
and the leader of the culture, the organization, he would, we had these lessons that we would do, on a certain day of the week, and he proceeded to kind of give us the origin of romance, and
Mm-hmm.
and how from his perspective, in ancient Rome there was, and Greece as well, which they were all kind of, parallel at
Mm-hmm.
that point in time, and how there was these, men who were like, didn't fool with women or didn't get involved with women. They preferred, young men, and the way that they will, woo or like entice the men was through buying them gifts,
Mm.
right? So it's like an older man that's into a younger man, and to entice a younger man, he buys them gifts
Mm.
and stuff
Mm-hmm.
to entice them.
Mm-hmm.
So he shared with us that that's where
Romance
romance
comes
came
from.
from,
Mm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are again in new modern day Rome, and a man, has to buy gifts and
To
these things
entice
to
a
entice a
woman.
woman, which is romance,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been part of our way of life and way of being. That to entice a woman, you must do these things for her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people go broke doing these things,
Okay.
right? People spend, go in debt after they get married because the woman wants this lavish wedding.
Mm.
So the man has to, take out a $50,000 loan to have this, $10,000 dress to do all these things. So they start their marriage in debt
In that, right?
from a wedding,
Yeah.
right? For the
Inviting
sake
people
for
that
the,
don't care, that's
for
probably
the
just gonna talk
exactly
about you,
for the sake of
pleasing other
romance,
people.
for the sake of romance,
Yeah.
right? We gotta see how this is a bigger agenda
Yeah.
to distract us
Absolutely.
from what's truly important,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'm not knocking Valentine's Day.
No.
The people.
You
No,
sure?
I'm not knocking it because people gonna do whatever. People
No,
gonna do
people
what
gonna
they're
do
gonna
what they
do,
want, and the thing
right?
is, you're
I
valid. You
think
make valid points on the. I mean, but that applies to all holidays. It really, really does.
it applies to everything.
Everything.
In our daily lives, we do a lot of things every day for the sake of
Our conditioning
complying
to what we've been
to what we've been
conditioned to.
forced
Yeah.
to do. We go to
Yeah.
work to comply to
Yep.
paying bills,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything, because if you don't do these things, then you won't have a place to stay.
Right.
We buy certain clothing, certain food. We eat certain food. Like even I talk a lot about the whole vegan thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, we take meat, cover it
That
up
we
in
know is
seasoning and
killing us
vegetables.
every
No
day.
one is killing us, but we cover it with vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
We make it taste like a vegetable to eat it because that's been forced upon us,
Right.
right? The people in Africa be starving, waiting for these trucks to drop bags of rice. But you're like in Africa, where the soil is fertile. It's 80 some degrees all year round. You got mango trees in your backyard. You don't even know it's food, but you here
Yeah.
starving, waiting for this white stuff in a sack to get dropped off so you can eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like that doesn't
Make
you know,
sense at all. Yeah.
right? It's so mind blowing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's just what I'm like. Okay, we gotta, as a people, as we evolve, we truly have to become aware of how these things, these conditions, are, slowly.
Plagues our society.
Yeah.
It does. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So you keep grabbing your phone. Is it time to go? Is there too much time?
Yeah,
What's
I
going
know
on
we
right
got
now?
a hard cut today. We
got a hard cut? What does that mean, a hard cut?
At 7 o'clock.
Is this a conditioning thing now? Is he? We gotta now. We gotta abide by. I thought this is our show. Who's gonna tell us like what's going on here? Right?
Yes. We got to get out of here at 7 today, but we're gonna pick this one up. We're gonna pick this one back up because this is a very important topic.
I mean, no, this is what conscious intercourse is all about.
Absolutely.
Right? It's the liberation of
Of people, of our consciousness,
of humanity. It's
Yeah.
it's the liberation of humanity from the conditionings, right? Because
Absolutely.
they run our lives, right? And these stories are not even real. We do things, we buy things, we spend money, we do all these stuff
Right.
to be monetized, to be, we're commoditized rather. We're commodities.
Commoditized.
Human commodity, exactly. A
Yeah.
lot of it is for us to be commoditized. So the people that are, on top can continuously stay on top. Right?
Yeah.
So Rome can do what Rome does. Conquer people and take their energy. It's what it is. It's
Absolutely.
you know,
Yeah. Well, that's why we have these conscious intercourse and continue to have these conscious intercourses, and
I'm like, yes, these conscious, even conscious intercourse. People be like, oh, that title is so, provocative, or
It is.
What are y'all talking about?
What
I'm
is
like,
that? And that's right. It grabs your attention.
yeah, intercourse has nothing to do with what people think it is.
It's about exchange.
Right? Because we're not conscious. We hear the
Right.
word intercourse, we just associate it to be
With
something
sexual or something.
Right.
Exactly. That's why we gotta wake up.
Yeah,
Right.
it's time to just be real with ourselves.
Yep. Be real with ourselves. Be real with each other.
What did Mike say?
What Mike say?
If you want to make this world a better place, take a look at yourself and make
a
the
change.
Starting with
The man in the mirror. That's it.
And there it is.
And there you
right?
go. That's a good way to end the show.
Conscious intercourse.
Conscious intercourse.